Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Dion again, coming from you at home. Doing something a little bit different for you YouTubers today. A driver actually wanted me to do something a little bit different on my videos, so I'm gonna try this, and well, let's see how it goes. Hey, reason why I'm doing, I said I'm trying to bring these videos a little closer and a little closer in. But I wanted to kind of come to you guys about something that happened to me down in Laredo, Texas at one of the agent's office. Let's begin by today's date is February 11, 2016, Friday, and it is 4:23 in the morning, actually. And I was, a reason why I'm up so early is because I'm getting ready to take a load to Louisville, Kentucky. Yes, I said Louisville, Kentucky, because the last video I think I was telling you I was going home for some local stuff. Well, I did a couple of those, but they're still not completely got everything together on that. So now I'm getting ready to head to Kentucky area and do some loads back east. And like I said, I try to do loads in the Midwest and this and that when I don't have any loads here locally. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to head there. I will return back to the Arizona area around the 22nd and probably basically go home from there. If things are not correct when I get there, then I'm probably going to head back east again. I'm actually going to spend the rest of the month out there if things don't get together with the agent and the person who's doing these loads here locally. So let's move forward from that. Anyway, actually this video you see, I'm on my way to California that you're looking at now. I'm on my way to California, and I happen to pick this load up that you're looking at right now from Laredo, Texas. This is the load I'm under. But let me explain to you what happened to me down there in Laredo, Texas. It was on a weekend. Matter of fact, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was on a weekend, Saturday, and I was down there to pick up a load that was taking me to California. It wasn't a good paying load. It was not, but it was getting me to California. I think it paid me like $1.66 a mile, which is way under my rate, but I had to get to California. So that's how they got me to get on this load. But what's interesting to me is that I was about to turn this load down because the agent posted it wrong. Okay, agent posted on the board for 20,000 pounds, and actually when I get there, the paperwork is actually showing 43,000. I think it was 43,525. So that was the total weight of that, and I was actually telling the agent that was in the office at that time, because they was on the skeleton staff, that I did refuse to take this load. So they were trying to reach the agent whose load this was. He was actually down in Mexico for the weekend, visiting family and this and that, and he called down there, but it took a while to get in touch with him. And when he finally did call back, it was a couple hours later, and I was sitting in the office at this time, and he said he would give me a little bit more, which wasn't much, but he gave me a little bit more for that. So I wound up taking the load anyway. But during that time that I was there, this is what makes me make this video. Now, maybe you guys can explain it to me. I don't know. I don't know if the Landstar agent did something wrong or the driver did something wrong. Maybe they didn't do anything wrong, or it was just a game to the Landstar agent, or this driver did not really care what the rate was on this, or maybe he needed to get to California or something. Whatever it may be, here it goes. While I was in the office and I was going to turn down this load, the agent that was in the office, there was only one agent in there on that Saturday, and he had offered me, since I was going to turn the load down, he had offered me 3 loads to take, okay, for the California load that I was about to deny. One was Florida, the other one was Tennessee, and one to California. Now, I told him Florida's out. I'm not going down there because it takes too much to get out of there, and I'm not running for under $1 a mile, so I don't even go to Florida. You can forget it, unless it's just ridiculous pay to get in there, so I can get paid to get out. But the Tennessee load, I wasn't going that way. I needed to get to California. So I said, man, what you offering on the Tennessee load? How much is it? I mean, the California load, how much is it paying? He says, that's he said it was $1,700 he was paying for the California load. The load actually was 1,300 miles. It was a load like 1,345, so I just rounded off to 1,300 miles. The load actually paid out at $1.31 a mile. Okay, so that was pretty cool. I said, yeah, but I'm just sitting in the office. I said, that's pretty cool. But I'm gonna have to deny it. I'm not gonna take that right now because I have to talk to this other agent before I accept any other loads to move. Now, I want you to understand something, and before I move forward here, that with agents, they post things on the board. A way we find our loads sometimes is that we look on our load board and the loads are there. If we see something good, we're going to call in on it. Okay, and that's normal. Anybody would do it, Landstar agent or whatever. But here's what caught my eye on this load. Okay, and how they were doing it. It was that even though he knew that the load that he posted, it was a semi-decent load, not too lavish. It was a semi-decent load down there in Laredo. I think it was $1.80 something a mile, and that's pretty good for down there in Laredo. So people were calling in on this load. Now, but when they call in, the load was not available. Now, the agent down there knew because he kept telling everybody this, and I didn't say nothing to him about it, but you do your own work on that. But I didn't say nothing to him about it. I told him, said, oh wow, that's pretty good, but people call in, the load's not there. Why the load's not? Because the load is not there. Okay, he's offering these 3 loads to other people to come in to cover the loads that are not on the board. Okay, so basically what I'm saying, you call in for this load, it's not there, so he offers you these 3 loads that he offered me, which was Florida, Tennessee, and California. Now, what caught my eye on this was that California load. Now, remember, he offered that to me for $1,700 because I was sitting in the office. Now, the thing what I want to bring to your attention is this driver called in. Okay, the driver called in, and he says, he was offered the same thing, but he said, what about the California load? Okay, he wouldn't go to Florida. He wasn't headed there. I don't know what this driver's intentions was, but he offered that driver that California load, and I need to move forward with this. I keep talking over and over it, but he offered that driver that California load, and he offered it to him for $1,350. I said, wow, that's what caught my attention. That's what caught my attention, because he offered that load to me for $17. Now, whether or not that driver was paying attention to it, or was he doing the numbers behind it, or this and that, but when he said $1,350, it was like maybe a half second later, and the driver said, yeah, I'll take it. And I saw the agent when he's on the phone, he like clenched his fist and was like, yeah, got it off, right? Now, I don't know if this agent was getting a kickback for getting it less miles or this and that. I don't know how this works. I don't work the office. But, that driver should have really sat back and looked at it, because at $1,350 to go 1,300 miles, that's 97 cents a mile. Okay? And I was like, wow, a 40,000 pound load for 97 cents. I might as well be down in Florida with all the crap that's going on, but that's what it was. So I couldn't understand. This is why this is why I look at it as like, man, this agent, either he's getting a kickback or this driver just doesn't know, or maybe it was something that he wanted to do. You know, he just needed to get to California. I bet that was what it was. But as an owner operator, you know, I would have took, you know, a little bit more time with an agent and basically, you know, have my calculator in hand, like when I always do when I talk to an agent or anything, and I have my calculator in hand, and I'm calculating everything up. You know, I'm doing the numbers on my loads. And this is what he needed to do also, you know, but I don't know the reason why. But I believe it was a big game with the agent because he was fired up after that. He was like, I was like, did you just get rid of that, you know, California loan? He said, yeah, I just got rid of it for $13.50. So this made me think that he was getting some type of kickback or this and that because he got it for a little bit lower. I don't know how it works. I don't know how that office works for Landstar agents, but I just thought that was something a little bit crazy. But I just wanted to bring this. I'm not going to stretch this video out any longer than that, but guys, do your homework, do the numbers before you take a load. And I just wanted to bring this to you guys, man, and see what you guys thought about it. You know, me, I would have never took it, but you know, who knows what was going on at that time. But that's what I thought that was very interesting. I thought I'd just do a video on it. Hey guys. All right, you guys have a good one out there, man. Drive safe. I'll see you out on the road. I'll probably get another one out here in about a week or two. Take care.